Over the years, I've seen the same personality in multiple students come through my school. It's interesting to look back and see some of these similarities and how they worked out. I had a girl named Valerie in the 1980s who blazed a glorious and intense trail to black belt. Years later, I had Taylor join. They seemed so alike to me. I taught Taylor the very same way that I taught Val, and sure enough, she too earned her black belt. After Taylor, there was Emma and Kayla, all world-class black belts and amazing women today. I have a student now who reminds me so much of a student named Robert that I had in the 1990s. It's actually really incredible. Robert got his black belt, not without some hard work, and so will this guy. I just have to teach him the same way I did Robert. I also had some who haunt me, some who made it to a high level but didn't get to the black belt. When I see that personality come in, I take it as a challenge. I get to try to do a better job this time. It's worked out very well in many situations, but in others, it's like there's some force that just gets in the way. Often I have students who are real problems at first. Sometimes they're kids with behavior issues. Sometimes they're adults who are just a bit socially awkward. Once we had a kid, I'll call him Johnny. He was a complete maniac when he started, out of control, terrible at home and at school. My head employee at the time was incredulous that I accepted the boy. Johnny's mom, she was kind of a mess, but she was trying to rebuild her life after divorce and recovery from her own addictions. Every day when the boy arrived, I would begin by asking him about his day and being sincerely interested in what he said, just as we try to do with all our students. I made eye contact, gave him high fives, praised his efforts and his accomplishments, just like we do with everyone. The boy's behavior needed a lot of supervision and a lot of redirection. Keeping him focused and on task was a challenge for all of us. The first week, my head employee came to me and reported something Johnny had done wrong. I think he hit another kid. I don't remember. It didn't hurt the other kids, so we corrected where Johnny lined up so that he was away from that child, and we went on. Another few days go by, and my head employee complained about Johnny forgetting his uniform. I loaned the boy another, and we went on. If you make a big deal out of problems, you get more problems. If you make a big deal out of successes, you get more successes. Eventually, this employee brought me a letter stating that he thought I was wrong to accept Johnny as a student. In his words, the kid was trouble, a disgrace to the martial arts. He didn't know how to behave. He said that if I didn't kick the kid out, he was going to quit. I thought about it, and I called all 4 of my employees together and asked if anyone agreed with him. They all raised their hands. I told them, "You are all very smart to know what is right and what is not right. I also appreciate that you're concerned with our students having correct behavior." I stood quietly and made eye contact with each of them and then continued. "You may go elsewhere to train and to be employed if you want, but this poor kid, unlike you, doesn't know right from wrong. Who will teach him if I don't? I'm going to keep him here, even if you all quit." There were a couple of them that had tears in their eyes, but they all stayed. Within the next year, Johnny became one of our best students. His grades at school went from F's to A's. His mom was ecstatic with the changes in him. We actually got a letter from his teacher thanking us. My head employee came to me around that time and asked, "How did we do this?" My reply, we recognized and acknowledged the limitless potential of Johnny, and we made sure that Johnny did too. The story kind of ends there, as Mom decided, since we had accomplished her original goals for Johnny, that we were done, and they left. I can only imagine what we could have accomplished if the boy had stayed and earned his black belt.